Hi! Wow!
Hi.
Oh my
Ma-
God, you look like a goddess.
How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Thank you. It's a beautiful Saturday morning here in Manila.
Well, it's already night here in Chile, but doesn't matter because well, that's the magic of vacation, isn't it?
Wow, you look so amazing right now. Did you do it all by yourself the way you look right now? Wow.
Yes, indeed. Two
Wow.
agents haven't been for nothing. And I had to learn a lot.
I thought it feels like, you're going to a Miss Universe event with that kind of styling and makeup that you have right now. Wow. Thank you so much for, you know, looking this good for our interview. Thank you so much. You know what? When I posted when Miss Universe Chile, when Sir Ken posted our poster on Instagram and he posted your picture, people were saying to me, "Oh my God, is she Antonia Porcel, the one who was Miss Supranational 2019?" Because you
Oh,
both share the same name as well. So, no, it's a different person. She's from Chile.
yeah, maybe the makeup techniques make us look similar, or we have something in common.
Yeah. So, how do you feel when you get that kind of feedback? That wow, she looks like someone. She looks so beautiful, hermosa, muy bonita.
What will you say in the Philippines? No?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I'm very happy and actually very proud every time I hear good comments because, well, it means something. It means I'm transmitting what I want to, and the people are appreciating it. So I like it. I feel very happy and very glad that they are very supportive.
Yeah. So, congratulations again for winning Miss Universe Chile. Has it already sunk in yet that you're now Miss Universe Chile?
Yeah, well, by now, already I am grounded. I'm already thinking what it's going to be like to be in Israel. I'm trying to do my best over there, and with my team, of course, we are working in some strategies about the outfits. I mean, it's not too much to go over there, just 2 months, so I have to do my best in these 2 months.
Yes. It's nice that you were crowned like a month ago. Was it a month ago? At least so you still have more time to really prepare because the pageant is happening this coming December already. So how are your preparations so far?
Well, I have been working with my team about some what will be better to wear over there. I mean, not just about the climate over there, but also the context. What could be better for a stage on Israel? What could be better for, I don't know, maybe just have breakfast. Every detail has to be on point, and I appreciate a lot the Filipino power because, well, with RL we are making a good team also. He is giving us a lot of feedback about what we should do. So I think that's kind of what we are focusing on, and also interviews, trying to improve my communication. Not so much the background because I think I already have it, but the way I want people to understand what I want to tell them when something is very important to me, for example, my volunteering work or that kind of things. I need to be very clear about what I want to transmit. So I think those things are the main issues we are right now working on.
Well, oh, guys, did you hear that? Antonia Krista Figueroa is being trained by RL Angels, one of the best trainers here in the Philippines.
Yes.
So, how is it like training with him? How have you? I mean, how's the adjustment so far? Because I'm sure you guys have been training virtually online because
Yeah.
because of the travel restrictions right now. How is he as a trainer right now?
Oh, well, they have been very well. Has been amazing. It's a great job that we are doing along with my national director and my team over here in Chile. we have adapted a lot to what they say because, well, RL is amazing. They have plenty of ideas that we never thought about because, the distance also. In Latin America, we abort pageants in a different way. And, well, I like this new vision. I'm trying to embrace it all, trying to put it together. And, well, I love the Philippines also because, as you may know, I was there for the Miss pageant in 2018, and I fell in love totally with the culture, with the love for pageantry. I mean, they are the most amazing fans over the world. And please, my Chilean mates, you you will have to. I have to apologize if you feel I'm saying something wrong. I actually love very Filipinos embrace pageants. I mean, they love them. They help queens to rise up. And even now that I am not already Miss Earth, I have a lot of Filipino friends. So I appreciate it a lot. I mean, I haven't adjusted myself to this new vision, but I like it.
That's nice. Since you mentioned your previous pageant experience, so now that you're competing here in Miss Universe, preparing for Miss Universe this coming December, does it help? Does it become easier because, you know, a lot of people consider you now as a pageant veteran, you know, because you already know the ins and outs of this whole thing, what to do, not what not. So I was just wondering, does it come easier for you, or is it becoming harder?
I think we have a little bit of both because, in one hand, I already had the experience over there about what is to be in a huge pageant with a lot of girls, and, well, for a longer time, even longer than Miss Universe, for a month. And for me, it was a huge training to be in Miss Earth. So I think I got a lot of experience that I will use, of course. But on the other hand, Miss Universe is different from what I already lived because Miss World, in the first case, is totally different. We don't have the bikini, walking, or even catwalk. It was very a closed concentration. We couldn't go much out there to show us, just in the stages, but Miss Universe is the opposite. So I think certain things that I've learned in the previous pageants will work, but others I have to change the switch. So I gotta adjust to this new situation, and that's why I'm trying to look abroad. Our team is working with RL also, but also I'm trying to talk with previous of my Miss Universe candidates, and they are giving me all the feedback that I need for that. So, well, I don't know if that answers your question or if I'm making it too long, the explanation.
No, it's okay. I'm learning a lot from you. I'm really discovering a lot of things about you. So for sure, you are really in good hands with RL right now. So what are you looking forward most to competing in Miss Universe this coming December?
I believe to try maybe to prove to myself that what I'm doing, it's the right thing. That the way I'm working and the hard work I'm doing with my team, and of course every day, even before the national pageant, I think all of this has to be useful, has to be rewarded in some way, if I deserve it, of course. So this is what I want to see. I want to see if I really deserve to be on top, to be called over there because of the work that I'm doing. I think that's what I will value the most. That all the work I'm doing, it's going to be worth the effort.
Yeah. So, listening to what you're saying right now, because, you know, there's no doubt that you and RL are really preparing hard for this competition. Do you feel some sort of pressure to do well for the forthcoming Miss Universe? Because let's face it, you made it to top 12 in your previous pageant. So in a way, are you setting some sort of a personal bar to yourself that, oh, I need to go beyond my top 12 placement during my previous pageant. I have to win this time around.
Yeah, I mean, I guess every candidate from every country wants to win, And what I want is maybe what it should be. Like, more than what I want to be is what it should. I think if I work hard enough for something, this must be the way to get it. I don't want anything easy. I just want what I work for. And if I don't, maybe I didn't do all that I had to. I don't want any regrets. So of course I'm under a lot of pressure, but it's a controlled pressure because it's something that I adjust to myself. It's nothing that my team will put on me. It's something that I do because it's a kind of a way of mastery, maybe. I like to make things, of course, the best way I can in everything that I do in my life. That's a way of living for me. So maybe it's kind of a lot of pressure, but I try to focus all the time and only concentrate right now in what matters to me, that is Miss Universe. I try to put a bit aside the issues of work or environmental issues that I work in, just to focus on Miss Universe.
I'm glad you mentioned that your passion for the environment, because that's the first thing that we have always known about you. You know, you are an environmental engineer. You really have such a huge passion for our environment. So, you know, for the benefit of the viewers who might have already forgotten you during your previous competition, could you reintroduce yourself to us? Can you share your background, your talent, hobbies?
Yes, of course. To make a kind of a resume, maybe. Well, I'm 26 years old. I am already an environmental engineer here in Chile. I play the violin since I was 5 years old, and I still do that because it's one of my biggest passions in life. Well, I speak English. My native language is Spanish, as you may know, in Chile, but I speak English, German, and Portuguese also. I have learned those languages because I love learning. I think these open doors around the world, and of course, English has helped me a lot. And well, what can I tell you about the pageantry? Is a passion that I discovered around 2016 in Miss World. I love the way we can put ourselves under a huge spotlight where people will pay attention to us, listen to us, but besides being pretty or feeling pretty, it's more important what we have to say. And this is something that I love because I have always carried some volunteering work that, well, along with my family. And right now I formed a non-profit organization that provides children some access to education, children that are in foster care institutions here in Chile. Not exactly like orphans, but they have been under certain abuses or suffering family violence, so they are taken to be protected. And then in these centers, they are kind of alone. In Chile, it's very hard for them. So this reality that is touching my heart since I was a kid, because I was always sharing in the classroom with kids that were coming from the centers. This made me think that maybe I could do something more than just feel angry about the situation. And I started to do some violin classes, some cooking classes, and every kind of workshop that I could, inviting some more friends every time. So we made a huge network, and now we work as an organization actually that provides all of these things for kids. I'm very proud of it, I'm very happy, and I hope more people join to this or replicate it on their towns. So if you are from Chile and you're listening to this, don't doubt about contacting me, because you will be welcome in our organization. About the environment, this is my passion. That's why I chose the career that I studied, and I think it's an issue that it's going to be even stronger and even more problematic for the kids in the future. So we gotta do something now.
You know what? Wow. Listening to you, wow, you really are one multi-talented woman. Wow, you speak, you're multilingual. Uh, you run your own non-profit organization, and you only did not take cooking classes, but you also joined MasterChef. Wow. How was the experience? Because I asked this question because I'm such a huge MasterChef fan.
You,
The Australian edition. I love watching the Australian edition of MasterChef. So,
do
of course, I've never watched your edition there in Chile, but I assume, can you
you,
cook now? Can you cook well under time limit, under time pressure?
yeah, well, that was a huge effort to me to cook on under time pressure because normally when you learn to cook and you do it because you love it, you take all the time of the world in your kitchen. Well, when I joined me MasterChef, it was totally different. I had a huge clock in front telling me that I was just about to be out. So it was very stressful. I think one of the most stressful experiences that I have ever had was MasterChef. So I think I can do I can handle this pressure right now for Miss Universe after MasterChef.
So, which has more pressure? Which is harder in bearing the pressure for you? Joining MasterChef or competing in a pageant like Miss Universe soon?
You mean like controlling the pressure? Sorry,
Yeah.
I think no, I think MasterChef for me was a different kind of pressure because pageantry is something that I deeply, very much love. But MasterChef was an experience that I wasn't prepared for. I didn't know that it was that kind of reality show. Like behind the cameras, I always thought as an spectator, as a TV watcher, that the show was kind of that maybe they had some help and we couldn't see it, like the cut scenes, but no, it is all real. Like we have that time and that's it. If you burn yourself, that happened to me. I burned my hand very badly doing some profiteroles, some with caramel. I burned my hand like all over here, and all of this is real. So it's something that I couldn't expect before joining, and maybe it was harder. Right now for Miss Universe, it's, as I told you, a pressure that I put on myself just because I want to be better and I want to improve every detail. So it's something more controlled.
Yes. So, wow, you play the violin, you cook well, you're a judo enthusiast, and then what else? Wow. And then of course you're a model, you do catwalk well. I was just wondering, is there anything that you still can't do right now? I mean, I think like you can run the world or the universe with your talent right now, with all your gifts, God-given gifts
Oh
right
my
now.
God,
Rare.
there's
Is there anything that you can't do right now?
no, thank you, thank you so much. I mean, what could it be? I think I don't do well when I had to take care of plants.
Oh, you don't have a green thumb.
They always die under my care. That's something that I cannot handle, and I love them. For example, I have I have bees at home. I'm apiculture also. Like this is something that not too many people knows. But I love bees because what they mean also for the environment. And I own some beehives. And then I have to have some specific type of plants around because I like it, but I can never take the proper care of them and they die. Not the bees, the plants.
Wow, maybe after Miss Universe, if you have more time to spare, you can probably learn more about it and eventually run your own beehive farm where you
Yeah,
will be selling honeys.
actually like. I think it's the way of living in the fields out of the city. It's very peaceful. beautiful and nice. And I think, well, it's very sacrificed also. It's a huge endeavor for people who do that, but it has its rewards. You live in a beautiful environment around the nature, so.
You know, there's no doubt that your love for Mother Earth is really ebbing on us right now. I mean, it's really in your DNA. It's really ingrained. In you. So I'm glad that you mentioned about it because my next question is all about it. Since you are an environmental civil engineer by profession, so I would like to ask, describe how was there a point that you implemented a creative design solution to any environmental problem, and what did you do? How did
Well,
you do it?
personally, at home, we do small things also, like recycling. We have also worms and compost together. But besides the things that I think many people could do at their own houses, as a professional, also I wanted to go a bit farther, and my thesis work was just about this. I'm trying to find a new way to create a model for fog catching. I don't know if you have heard about it, like fog catchers. Fog.
Folk cultures, yeah, I haven't heard about it yet. Can you enlighten me about what's it all about?
No problem. I know a lot about it. Well, fog catchers are kind of, I could say, devices that has they are positioned towards the wind, where in some places
Oh,
the coast where you have a lot of fog. So you can catch water from the air, literally. Like you can catch the fog and make it higher, bigger drops. And then you collect the water and you use it for farming, to drink.
ooh,
A beautiful way to get some water resources because, well, in Chile of course is in a ranking of extreme water problems. We have a lot of scarcity of water, and in the future, I think in around 15 years, 50 years already, we will have a lot of desert going backwards because we have the desert in the north, but it's coming backwards and taking a lot of spots that were placed with nature, with green areas that will be dry completely. So we need to find more ways to get water, and this is one of them that is very kind to the environment also because you don't need any fuel or energy. You just place there over the places that are right to catch fog, and you get it. So I'm working this new model with some efficiency improved, and I don't want to go technical to
yes,
get
no, no,
kind
it's
of
all right. But I got what you've been
yeah,
saying all along.
I
Yes.
myself understandable. Also, I made a map of my region, of the coastal areas where are the hot spots for fog. So this will be very useful for companies that want to make this go higher and explore this new resource, this new way to catch water. Well, it has been a huge effort, a huge work, a lot of time invested on it, but I think it will helpful.
Mm, that's great. Wow. You know what? Listening to you, we should really pay more attention to environmental problems.
I believe so. Well, in the Philippines, at least, I love the way they are trying to head these efforts. I mean,
Yes. Yes.
they're
True.
fast.
Yes, because our country, you for sure you've witnessed it when you were here. We're so prone to natural disasters here. So many typhoons come in our country. Yeah. So you think in a way we should start really taking for it. We should really start taking care our environment, right, before it's too late.
Before it's too late. I mean, like in this already in this same very same moment, we are suffering in crisis in different parts of the world, and we all are going to suffer it in different ways. Chile, for example, with the drought, but in your country, the diversity in the seas that you are a hotspot for biodiversity in the Philippines. And it's also going to be lost because of pollution. You have, I don't know, places like Bangladesh that will be under the water, and then thousands and millions of people has to be going migrating to somewhere else, creating some social crisis also. So everything is connected, and afterwards it's not just about trees or plants, but it's about us, about our kids, about families, and mostly about poor families who will not be able to afford this change. Because, well, if you have money, you maybe can adapt and move, but people who has nothing will lose everything.
And it's, yeah, that's true. That's true. I think more than ever, we should really be paying attention to all these environmental problems, such as climate change, right? Because whether we like it or not, we can already feel the effects of it as early as now.
There's
You
no
know,
one
in
to
it, with everything that, yeah, with our lifestyle, with the way we have been living. So yes. So when I listen to you, there's no doubt that you are, while you're one woman full of passions. So I would like to ask, where do you get this excellence? Where do you get this drive to succeed? Because it feels like you have so many things that you have been doing and you are very tireless about it. So where are you getting this drive for excellence to succeed, to strive for excellence?
well, I think I personally grew up in a family with not much resources. It was very hard for us at the beginning when I was younger, and for my siblings and I actually. Even before that, for my parents, it was also very hard to go one step up through poverty, and all because of certain issues related to education. They always had this way of thinking that education was going to take us out of this, to make us better, to make us aware, and then we will be able and capable to reach a position that will help us, not just us, but to do something better for the rest. And then I think I grew up with this mentality of trying to master everything that I proposed, because, well, this is my pursuit, like mastery, like maybe not the success itself, because success is just a moment and it's worth nothing if you don't know if you can do it again. I mean, I want to know that I'm doing the thing so well that I can do it good every time I propose it. So maybe if you get to be successful, it can be thanks to you, or maybe some luck, maybe some help. But when you have very little, as we had as a family, then all is about you, your skills, and your mentality. And you gotta focus on getting what you want. Maybe I didn't have a normal childhood. Maybe I didn't go to pajama parties, or I didn't have the best toys or whatever. But I was always thinking that maybe learning the violin could help me to open some doors. I traveled a lot thanks to the orchestra I joined it because I played the violin. And I don't know, maybe English opened doors to me. I could join to Miss World in the first place. I think I couldn't have done even the 10% of what I did without English. And then at the university, I saw also that there were opportunities to learn for free German, and I took it. I took it right away because I think maybe someday in the future I can make a magister. So, always trying to learn and to improve my skills and be better, because we need to reach the top in order to help others.
Yeah, you know what? I'm really amazed by your skills because, you mentioned about your family background, and it did not deter you from achieving your goals, because if I heard that you really studied on your own, you did not go to school and just studied by yourself in your home when the earthquake or tsunami struck your
Yeah,
community. When
yeah.
was this? Can you tell us more about it? Because I'm really curious. That really shows a lot of your struggle and perseverance in life.
Well, that's a word I think that you did it into the point, the perseverance. That's what I think defines me. And well, 2015 we had a huge earthquake and also a tsunami that hit specifically my city, my hometown, that is Coquimbo. It was very ugly and very sad to see all the houses destroyed near the coast. And I I believe, well, also you have some natural disasters related to volcanoes. So I think you may understand what it feels to see a whole place destroyed, people without houses anymore, without a place to go, with the mud until their necks after the day, if they survive it to the wave. So they lost everything. I fortunately moved a bit earlier to a place in my city that wasn't too close to the wave, to the impact, but that didn't stop us from helping because we had a lot of friends. Actually, the family of one of my best friends, that is a girl from Dominican Republic, they had a restaurant very close to the beach, and they had it with a lot of effort. It was a huge endeavor for the family, complete family, to bring it up, to make it work. And then the tsunami came and destroyed it all. So I felt in pain. I felt I couldn't do much because it's nature, you know, there is nothing you can do about it. But we went to help with my family and we organized, we call it olla común. I don't actually know the terms in English, but it's a place where all the people get together and then cook for everybody in a common pan, you know? So,
Yes.
because I like it to cook, that was something that I could do with my family. We took things from our house. Some people joined and they started to bring groceries and stuff to cook. And we all, with the volunteers that were joining, also to remove the mud from the houses, to rescue pets or people. All of them started to join us, and then we had this huge place to feed people for around a month or so that the volunteers were working. We were feeding the volunteers, we were feeding people who were without houses anymore or anything. And that was a beautiful experience. I mean, I feel
Yes.
that we could do that, and we did it as a family also. Every member of my family was there.
You know what? I think, yeah, such a beautiful experience that I think really impacted your life so much because at such a young age, what, how old were you when you were 20 in 2015? 19 years old, 20 years old? You already, I think that that experience really impacted you so much in a way that you started giving back to your community, you know,
Yeah.
in small little ways. So that probably explains why you founded your nonprofit organization, which is Voluntaria por la Infancia.
Yeah.
Yes, when as you mentioned earlier. So um I was just wondering that, you know, given that we are in a pandemic situation right now, and there's no doubt that you have such a deep love for all these children. And unfortunately, as we continue to struggle with the pandemic right now, the situations in institutions like in these orphanages or foster care has shown how, you know, over how they have become overcrowded and somehow become a breeding ground for for COVID-19.
Also with
So, yeah, so I wonder how, in your own way, through your reach and influence, how do you think can you help reduce the impact of this COVID-19 crisis on children at being placed in residential institutions? What risks do they face, and what do you think the government, your government, should be doing in responding
well, in the first,
during?
I believe, well, I have experienced it myself because I have been doing these workshops a lot for a long time. And then one time they had a COVID-19 uh, breakdown because
Yes.
girls were with the virus. Fortunately, most of them, as kids and teenagers didn't have the strongest symptoms. Like they were very quiet. They didn't feel too bad. But well, it is a situation that, of course, in every place that isn't very well managed could occur. And also, mostly with teenagers in the residential care institutions, there is an issue that we need to confront sometimes, and that is that they have been in these institutions since they have memory, since they were kids, like 3 4 years of age. They have been there their whole lives. So it becomes, rather than a house, it becomes like a prison for them, because they have been enclosed for so long time that even now with COVID, it was even worse, because they couldn't go out, they couldn't go to school. That was their way out to feel kind of that they are not so in a jail. You know, that it's difficult to explain this to them, because this is the place that is taking care to them, is taking care of them. Sorry, that it's making them grow and get prepared for their lives as adults, but they also feel imprisoned over there. So you gotta give them some space. And with COVID, it was very hard. They were very isolated. They couldn't receive psychologists or
Yes.
psychiatrists, because they have also some mental issues that are very difficult to confront and to take, because, well, they have to live all together, and their mental issues of some of them were going in a peak, that were annoying the other girls also, but they couldn't receive the proper help. So maybe they just go out of it, and then they get caught. You know, it's a huge mess. What I think you show that the government hasn't done a proper work with these places, with the foster care institutions, and it's something that at least in Chile we all know. We are aware of it. People go to streets to claim to change the system, to put more efforts and more resources towards the kids and the teenagers that are growing there. But it's hard, you know. I think
Yes.
it takes time. At least
Yes.
people are being every day more aware about it, so it's more alike to be a change soon.
True. So in a way, do you think, with the challenges that these children are facing right now in foster care during this time of the pandemic, do you think do you think this pandemic will widen the children's achievement gap all the more, because of this situation right now? I mean, they couldn't really do much during their adolescence, because pandemic is forcing them not to do anything.
Well, I think you also are right about this. I truly believe that in the places that are not taking extra measurements, extra care about this gap will be even wide, even wider every time, because they have already issues to learn. They have some problems sometimes with connection to internet, to access education, to access some hobbies, even like, I don't know, some sports. This is always harder for them because they don't have the resources. They are
Yeah.
crowded, and they don't have too many people around them to take care of them. So now that they are isolated, that's going to be a challenge, and a challenge to don't make them lose their training, they lose their school, and be very backward. You know, we don't want that. We want them going forward, getting more abilities, more social abilities, life skills. That's what we need for.
Yes. 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 We really need to advocate for child development, youth development, to develop their potentials. And we couldn't just allow this pandemic to ruin it. Yes, there are so many things that we couldn't do right now, but it should not discourage us to find creative ways. in really achieving our youth development goals, because especially, let's face it, the youth is really going to be the future of our country in the next years to come or generations to come. So anyway, wow, we've been talking for almost an hour, and as much as I really want to talk to you longer, oh, I can't. I'm sad to end this. You know what? There's no doubt that you have been such an amazing woman from the very beginning. I'm so happy that you have been given your recognition, the exposure that you really deserve, because you are really one multi-talented woman, and I can't wait for the whole universe to get to know you better. So, just fun like questions before we end this. Interview, can I make a little request? Can you shout your name, age, and your country name, like Antonia Figueroa?
Yeah.
Antonia Cristal Figueroa, 26.
They're saying that, but I don't know if I'm allowed to do that. That's my full name. Maybe in the Philippines you also have like one name and middle name and then last name.
Yes.
Or, yeah, because this like Spanish tradition. But
yes, we have the same culture. We've been colonized by the Spaniards too.
Both names. So maybe I will say like Antonia Figueroa or Antonia Cristal. I don't know which one is better.
It's up to you.
26 years old, Chile!
Oh, can you repeat that again? Sorry. Can you repeat? Sorry.
What will you prefer? Antonia Cristal or Antonia Figueroa?
It's up to you.
Okay, so this is my only chance to say Cristal. So, Antonia Cristal, 26 years old, Chile!
Woo! Are you practicing it so much? Is it during your training with RL? I mean, I'm sure every time you wake up in the morning, you are professing it in front of the mirror and say, Antonia Cristal, 26, Chile!
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, I suddenly remember Daniela Nicolas, yes. she really had a great introduction during her Miss Universe run. Have you been getting advice from her?
Yes, of course. I asked her it from the day one, and she was completely open to tell me everything she could about her pageant. And of course, every girl has experienced different pageants, at least because the organization kind of changed. The place, the country that is hosting them also changed. So when I ask all the previous queens, they have different visions. So I'm trying to make a collage. I'm trying to experience. I'm trying to pick what it will be useful in this time.
Yes. Oh, that's nice. So last question. Okay, for sure you must have prepared an answer for this, because this gets a lot. This gets asked a lot to you guys. Why should you be the next Miss Universe?
I believe I should be the next Miss Universe because I have a strong and beautiful feeling that I could do a lot more being Miss Universe than just Miss Chile. I feel that the platform that is giving us Miss Universe is enormous, and I will be doing so much for the youth, for the environment, for the people, that I believe these skills that I have will be very well used in this platform. I could use it, this huge spotlight, to show everyone a great way to help, a useful way to help the youth or our own environment. I believe that I have the skills for that, and I can communicate it through this platform. So that's the reason why I should be Miss Universe. But as you said at the beginning, I actually didn't have this answer prepared. Really, because I feel that most of the times when we get notions of what we can be asked, but when you think too much about it, sometimes it isn't what you truly want to say. So I'm trying to just focus on what I'm feeling in the moment and trying to transmit it when I'm talking. So I didn't have but I'll probably have to have it by December.
Yes, I really hope so. I hope the judges will really fall in love with you the moment they see you arriving in Israel. I mean, all the more when they hear you speak. For sure, they'll be captivated by your charm. I mean, I don't know. I've been watching your vid. You know, I've been doing my research before I came in this interview, and then I saw all your videos, your pageant videos, your background. Wow! I hope you finally get the placement or the title that you deserve here
Yeah,
in Miss Universe. Yeah, because it's one way for you to give back to your family. I mean, you come from such a humble family background, and I just hope that the universe will reward all your hard work and effort very, very soon.
I hope so. I hope that your words come true because this is what I wish also. I have been working very hard for it and I'll keep doing it because this is the way I live. I think in the reaching, in it's the magic, like maybe not the last moment of success, but this whole step by step growing, it's what fulfills me. So I believe that if I deserve so, I will embrace it and be so happy to use it in the best way possible. Also helping my family, as you said, and many other people that will be on the reach. And will be closer. Will be easier for me to help them, to help my girls in the foster care institution, to help people who want to work for the environment or for inclusivity. That there are many issues that we can go forward, and Miss Universe is a huge spotlight to tell everyone how to do that.
On that note, wow, if I were your mom or dad right now, I'd be so proud of what I have, of how I have raised a woman like you, a child like you. Wow, full of passion, full of life, full of full of talent, serving, using her talent for the good, for her community, for the betterment of improving the lives of her community. Wow, I hope the universe will really listen to your pleas and prayers very, very soon. Thank you so much, Antonia. It has been such a wonderful time getting to know you. I had such a blast getting to know you. No words. You will really
Maraming
definitely
salamat.
impact so much in Miss Universe very soon. I can already see it. I won't ask you about your swims. I won't ask you about the design of your evening gown because I wanted
Oh,
a surprise. But I have a feeling.
the most, the most important secret. I
Yes.
I don't know it yet.
So for sure, it will be a wonderful collaboration between you and the designer, whoever will it be, right? So thank you so much, Antonia. Oh no, it's already 11 p.m. over there. Sorry, 10:30 in the evening over there. And as much as I really want to talk to you longer, you might probably want to rest and get ready for your interview tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, with Missology, I'm gonna tune in. Thank you so much, Sir Ken. If you're watching, if you're still up right now, thank you so much for making this interview possible. And you have really crowned the right girl for the upcoming pageant.
For
She's
sure.
not just a pageant veteran, but she is really a woman full of substance. Thank you so much, Antonia. And let's keep in touch after this interview. All right. I really feel your heart. I really want you to succeed in Miss Universe soon. So let's keep in touch. All right. Mwah.
Bye.
Virtual hugs and kisses all the way from Manila, Philippines. Mwah. Bye.
Bye.